Hi guys, today I'm going to show you my daily makeup routine at the moment. I have got a daily makeup routine from a while ago, but I've changed my hair colour and I've changed sort of what I do with my makeup, so I thought I would update this and do a new one. I'll link my previous daily makeup routine in the description below so you can go and watch that and see how it's changed. You might like that one better than you like this one, or you might like this one better than you like that one. Keep watching if you want to see how I do this makeup look. I have absolutely no makeup on my face, so first off I'm going to start with foundation. For my foundation I mix 3 products together, and they are my Moisturiser, which is the Daily Essentials Oil-Free Moisturising Day Cream from Nivea. Why do they have to have such a long name? I do not know. And then I mix it with my Borjious Healthy Mix Serum in the colour... what colour are we? 52. And because that's not pale enough for my ridiculously white skin, I then mix a small amount of white foundation in. This one is by Stargazer. So I've got that sort of ratio. That's the white, the moisturiser and the foundation, and then I mix them together with my Sigma F80 flat Kabuki brush. Then I just sort of dab it all over my face. I just do this so that it's easier when I go to blend it. I don't really have to keep dipping my brush in my product. I can just sort of smear it all around my face. When I've got most of the product on my face, I just take my brush and I blend it in circular motions. This foundation would be a much higher coverage if I didn't mix moisturiser in with it, but that's one of the reasons I do it. Is I'm sort of trying to let my natural skin show through rather than trying to cover everything up. But I haven't found a BB cream that I like, so at the moment this is what I'm doing. After that I apply my concealer, and I use the Collection 2000 Lasting Perfection Concealer. The writing always rubs off the front, but this is the best concealer known to man or woman or human, whichever way you want that sentence to go. I apply this under my eyes, on any blemishes, down my nose and around the edges of my nose as well. Then I just take my finger and I blend that in. You can use a brush if you prefer, but I just find it easier to just smear it on. Also, the warmth of your finger will help the product to move around a lot better. Although in my case that isn't really true, because my hands are always freezing. If you ever meet me, it's likely that I will be cold, and it's likely that I will have blue hands because I'm just constantly cold. As for spots or scars, I like to dab the product on rather than sort of dragging it, because that way it stays exactly where I put it. Then I apply a powder to set that, and the powder I use is the Rimmel London Clear Complexion Powder, which is all smashed. I took this in the car with me the other day and it's just broken everywhere, even the plastic is broken. So there's now powder all over all my makeup, which is not great. And to apply it I use the Face and Body brush from the Body Shop. Moving on to the eyes, I like to keep them quite simple at the moment. So the first thing I'm going to do is apply some black Kohl liner on my upper lash line. This one I think is by 17, but I've had it that long that it's sharpened so far down that I don't even know the brand anymore. I believe it's 17, but don't quote me on that. Then the next thing I do is I curl my lashes. Sometimes I do this, sometimes I don't. It just depends on how bothered I can be and if I'm in a rush or not. The eyelash curlers I use are by No7. Then I apply mascara, and the mascara I use is the Falsies by Maybelline. And then with what I've got left on the brush, I just very gently touch my bottom lashes. I don't really want to put much on there, because if I do I get spider lashes. After that I do my brows, and the first thing I do is I brush through them with a brow and lash comb, and then using an angled brush I fill in my brows using the NYX Eyebrow Cake Powder. I use it in the colour Auburn / Red, and I use the light colour here. I've got a whole video on my eyebrows about how I dye them and pluck them and style them, so if you want to watch that I will link it in the description below. And to soften that shadow I brush through them again using the brow and lash comb. At the moment I'm more into contouring than I am blush, so the next thing I do is I contour my face, and I use the Too True All Over Natural Bronzing Powder, which looks like this. It's just a big block of bronzy powder. And to apply that I use the F84 angled Kabuki brush from Sigma. So I apply this near my ear and under my cheekbone. Then I take it up onto my temple and I blend it all out. I'm almost done. The last thing I do is I use the lip scrub from Lush. I have it in the vanilla and chocolate flavour. I know they do a bubblegum flavour and a popcorn flavour too. This is really good. You just pat it on your lips, then you just rub your lips together and it gets rid of all the dead skin cells. And to finish it all off I apply the Maybelline Baby Lips Lip Balm in the red colour, which is called Cherry. As you can see, it's got a really nice subtle tint to it, but at the same time it moisturises your lips and is really comfortable to wear. You don't even feel like you're wearing lipstick because you're not, you're wearing lip balm. And this is the finished look. And that's it. I hope you enjoyed that. Remember to like, comment and subscribe and all of that fun stuff. You can follow me on all my social networks. They're always listed in the description below. I'm on Instagram a lot, so if you want to follow me on there, it's RockyA_G. And that is it. Thank you very much for watching. I love you guys. Bye! That makes any sense to anyone apart from me. Just accidentally picked up some knickers and threw them across the room because they're next to my makeup. I mean, not the best place to put your underwear, but you know, that's what happens. Run away with me. Hello? Hello, I'm upstairs and I'm filming. I'm not going to run downstairs to answer the phone when I probably won't get it in time.